Yo, what is up, you wonderful people? Hope you guys are doing awesome today. So what we have today is we're gonna be putting this bad boy to the test. So we want to see if this phone will be able to handle gaming. So I'm gonna be reviewing, most of the games that we decided. You guys dropped in the comments the games that you wanted me to test. So we'll be jumping on to those and a few extra games. But yeah, with Fortnite, I tried to search for it. It's not on the Play Store, so you just let me know if there's another way to get it installed. Warzone Mobile. So I was also being asked, twice I think, to also review this game. Unfortunately, I did install it, but unfortunately, it's not supported. It's not compatible. So that's a bummer. But yeah, let's just jump on to the games that will actually be reviewing today. So we have Call of Duty. We'll be reviewing Call of Duty, Car Parking, MC Mobile, Not Need for Speed, No Limits, and then we have World Truck Driving Simulator, Wuthering Waves, and Truckers of Europe. So let's just jump straight to the ones that were requested first. So I'll start with Car Parking Multiplayer 2. Okay, so it looks like we're in, guys. So let's just jump straight into a game. So we'll start, I believe we're at, graphics will be at medium. So yeah, let's just start at medium. Let's jump in. Perfect. So we're on, and we can see that, yeah, the graphics are, it's medium graphics, so it's not too detailed, not too polished or anything. But it's taking a lot of time to render stuff. But it's definitely playable, and as you can see, top left there, it's running at 20, close to 30 frames per second. The issue with this game is that it takes time to render some of the items, so like these barriers and stuff like that take a lot of time to appear, so for the most part you'll be bumping into them if you're not a good driver like myself. So let's try high settings. Let's just choke this thing. Let's see if it'll be able to handle it, and then we'll up the frame rate. So the frame rate is actually at 90, and then on ultra we'll take it to 120 frames per second. But as you can see, on high, it's detailed, but you can actually tell that it's the slight frame drops there, so it's not the best. There's frame drops there, but it's still playable. And then let's jump on to, let's choke the phone. Let's see how it handles it. But this is what I'm actually expecting. So we had 120 frame rate, so the maximum frame rates that this phone allows. So everything's on high, and you can see it's already lagging on the menu, so I'm not expecting it to actually work well in the game. And as I expected, there's a lot of frame drops. There's a lot of frame drops and input lag. So it's running at around 5 frames per second, which is not good. But yeah, that should be it. Yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, the game is playable at medium settings, high settings with a bit of like frame drop. So let's jump on to the next game. Okay, so the next game that we'll actually be reviewing is actually going to be Truckers of Europe 3. Truckers of Europe 3. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. Okay, let me just move this recording thing there, and then we'll set the car on reverse, and then parking brakes engaged. Okay. I can't imagine like a truck is like a lot of controls, man. Let's get to drive. Yeah, so if you did that in real life, then you'd have messed up your gearbox. But let's jump onto driving. Let's see how it goes. This game actually has ads, man. I'm not a fan of that. Let's see. Show available jobs. Let's see if we can get a job. Okay, so I actually went into the jobs screen, and I have no idea how to accept the job, so I actually just went out. I'll just be driving it just randomly, but you can see the graphics are fine. The game's rendering well. Let me try to see what quality the graphics are on. Let's set it on ultra. Let's see if it chokes. And yeah, there's a lot of like frame drops there. Yeah, so it actually can't handle. There's a lot of input lag, and then it also can't handle ultra. So let's see. So the UI is actually broken. Let's see. How do I leave this place? Let's set it high. That's fine. Hoping I don't bump there. Dead. So actually bad, man. Let's set it to drive. Okay, I'm not even seeing, so I'll basically just test it here. I can't see the place. I can't see, how I need to leave this place. But on high it has a bit of frame drops here and there. It's not smooth, let me put it like that. It's not very smooth, so I'm assuming medium. So most of the games here should run fine on medium settings. So medium appears to be fine. I'm actually gonna kill this gearbox, bro. Medium appears to be fine. Just gonna drift there. Yeah, medium appears to be fine. So the game, if you want to play it, you actually should play it on medium settings. And let's jump on to the next game. Okay, so the game that we're actually going to be testing this time is World Truck Driving Simulator. Okay, so this one is actually opposite the other one. So let's see if we can get it to turn. So this one, I think the challenge with this one is the steering. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult to master. Like, I still don't know, because it keeps turning on its own, man. Let's see. Yeah, we're about to leave. So the graphics, let's just quickly check the graphics just to make sure we're fine. So we're running the highest settings possible. No lag or anything. Let me indicate the side, and this is where, and I know the truck you have to turn late, otherwise you're gonna like scrape like the walls and stuff. So yeah, so you see I'm having an issue with like the steering, but these are the graphics. This is what it looks like. Fortunately, I'll just have to scrape that car, man. I don't have a choice. But you see, like, this is what I'm struggling with. Like, it responds like very slow. I don't know if this is how trucks are in the real world or what, but yeah, it's taking time to respond. But let me see if it's not the graphics, man. It's not very responsive, to be honest. So let me just switch it there, switch off shadows and all these other stuff. Set it to on, that to off, anti-aliasing to off. Yeah, it's still the same. So I guess that's how trucks move or something, I don't know. But this is very difficult, man. This is a very difficult game to play, but graphics wise I think it's fine. Whether you set it on high, basically the phone can actually handle it on high, which is interesting, but driving this thing is very, very hard. So this is an actual simulator, so it's very difficult to use, very difficult to master. That's why you need to give these guys credit, man. Like, truck drivers, like, that thing is a different beast. Like, that's crazy, man. And but yeah, this is the game in a nutshell. It works well on high settings. Let's jump on to the next game. Okay, perfect. Looks like we're in. So the game that we're actually playing now is called Wuthering Waves, and as you can see, it's actually struggling to actually play this game. And why it's struggling is because I have like it's basically struggling to render like the screen recording, because it's a very demanding game. But when I played it, like without recording anything and all those stuff, then it worked well. And bearing in mind, I set the graphics to balanced, and now I don't even know how to improve the graphics. So because I don't see a menu button anyway, so that's what I'm dealing with now. There's no button to go to menu, so I have no idea how to change the graphics, man. Okay, yeah, so I actually struggled to find the settings for the graphic, the menu button, basically, where you can set everything up. But yeah, basically now it's running on balanced settings, and like I mentioned, it's only lagging now. But when you play it without recording or anything like that, then it should be fine. Because for some reason Xiaomi has this hyper boost thing, this game turbo thing, that's really bad. But this is how the game is running. There's a lot of frame drops, but it's handling the animations. It's not the best. Yeah, definitely not the best. So this game is very similar to what's that game called, Genshin Impact, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's gonna be lagging here, but it's actually good. When you're not recording anything or when you don't have anything else open, then it runs very, very well. And unfortunately, I can't find the settings button, so we'll call that a review. Okay. I see we're in. This one has a lot of like effects, so I'm hoping to see how it handles that. Okay. Perfect. So this one has a lot of like effects. That's a lot of effects, man, and the game's running like smoothly. And with this one here, there's no option to actually tone it down or set adjust the settings or anything like that. So once you open the game, I think it does it for you. So let's just do there, but you can see it's handling it like quite well. And I must mention like that the phone is not overheating, so it only started overheating with that game Wuthering Waves, but now it's back to normal, running well. We'll also check how much battery we lost, but this is it with Need for Speed No Limit, so the game runs perfectly well. So I'd advise you guys to download it if you need to. It handles the animations and all those things perfect. So let's jump onto. Okay, perfect. So I'm also not sure if there's a bots or not. But basically, this is what we have here. We're playing quad mobile, so these are the highest settings that I could possibly set. Again, I'll show you guys my settings after this, but this is what I have for now. But the graphics are actually quite good. But obviously they're not the best. They're on medium, so I think I'm actually playing against bots. It's too easy. Yeah, it's bots, definitely bots. But yeah, I think I'm basically recording this game here. Should cover PUBG and Free Fire. So if this one works, then those two should work as well. Let me show you guys the settings that we have. The graphics settings. And like I mentioned, we're sitting at medium frame rate. We're sitting at the highest, which should be 120. Everything else should be off. I don't think it allows us to set to off. Yep, it's not allowed. Obviously, I can't set this anything higher than medium, so that's unfortunate. It's almost similar to the Stylo Apex there, but everything else is set to high. So the game is very smooth, compared to the Stylo Apex. It's very smooth. I haven't faced any issues there. The FPS is on point. Albeit maybe it might not look polished because it's capped at medium settings there, but everything else works. So with that said, let's jump on to the final game. See, kick off and start. This one obviously should work now. I mean, if let's see. So if Call of Duty Mobile worked, then this one should work, and as you can see, it's actually working. Graphics are for a mobile, I think they're very good. Initially, if you play on console, then it might be hard for you to adjust and see this as being realistic. But yeah, for a mobile, this is very good. It's almost similar to if you've played, FIFA, the old FIFAs. Like I think I played FIFA 7, so the graphics are very similar to that. What a goal! The graphics are very similar to that, but I guess they're doable, they're fireable on a phone. So we'll just play the full game and then Mbappe. So yeah, no, the game is very interesting, man. And basically, Call of Duty was done to cover what do you call it, PUBG Mobile and Free Fire. And the reason Wuthering Waves was actually lagging was because I was actually running out of space. This game handles gaming way better than the Stylo Apex did. Way better than it did, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm very happy with it. The phone is not overheating at all. I mean, it's warm. Wuthering Waves, I'm not gonna lie, it did make it choke slightly, make it overheat slightly. It's a very demanding game. It's almost like Genshin Impact. Overall, I think the phone is very good. It can definitely handle gaming if you are a gamer. It's very solid for that, but I wouldn't recommend you guys go for the Redmi C phones like 14C, 13C and stuff like that. I was actually considering it, but those are terrible when it comes to gaming. So with that said, guys, cheers and bye for now.